Mi melech malachei amalachim kadosh baruch hu.
Is in the Siddur on page 11. It is a psalm drawn from the book of Tehillim, the Psalms in the Bible, which means, come on, let us all sing together. Page number 11, L'chun Ranana.
Having to pay extra special attention to tuning tonight. Kadma fona betoda Naria letzur yishenu Mizmirot narialo Chuneranina la 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 Lechuneranina Ria letzur yishenu Kadma fona betoda Ria letzur yishenu Mizmirot narialo Chuneranina Chuneranina la 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 Chuneranina 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 la 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 Chuneranina Lechuneranina Lechuneranina.
In the English on page number 12, if only you would listen today to God's voice and not become hard-hearted like the people at Merivah, like that time at Massah in the desert, when your ancestors tried me and tested me, though they had seen what I had wrought. For 40 years I was troubled by that generation, and I said, these are a people whose hearts have gone astray. They do not know my way. So in anger I swore they would not enter my rest. If only you would listen today to God's voice. And for 40 years God was troubled. Imagine having such an impact on God. And what would cause that impact upon God? Being hard-hearted. Our capacity for hard-heartedness leaves a lasting impression upon God. And so therefore, obviously, our capacity for caring-heartedness and love-filled hearts leaves a lasting impression upon God. How do you and I wish to make an imprint upon God? Every day we have that choice. On the song sheet, Shir L'Adonai Shir Chadash. This is again the Hebrew wording from the prayer book, but Yehuda has compiled his own melody and the English translation here on this song sheet. Shir L'Adonai Shir Chadash, Shir L'Adonai Kol Haaretz, Shir L'Adonai Baruch Hu Shemo, Basru Miyom Liyom Yeshuato.
Shiru Yom Yeshuato. Sing to God a new song. Sing to God all the land. Sing to God and praise His name and tell of His saving hand. Shir Adonai, Shir Hadash, Shir Adonai, Kohares, Shir Adonai, Achushma, Bazru Miyam, Yom Yeshuato. Sing to God a new song. Sing to God all the land. Sing to God and praise His name and tell of His saving hand. Shir Adonai, Shir Hadash, Shir Adonai, Kol Haaretz.
On page 20 on the English side, it's the very last little stanza, which is the translation of Romamu. It's on page number 20. It's the last little stanza in the English. Exalt Adonai, our God, and bow down at God's holy mountain, for Adonai, our God, is holy. The Hebrew is Romamu Adonai Eloheinu, v'hishtachavu lahar kodsho, ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu, in the Hebrew and also in the transliteration on page number 20.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'eshtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'eshtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'eshtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'eshtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'eshtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu v'eshtachavu lehar kodsho.
On page 22 on the English side, in the left margin, 3 small stanzas on the left margin, page 22. You are the celestial light. Innocent eyes see you. Clouds of sin hide you. You are the hidden light of this world, revealed in visions seen on God's mountain. You are the eternal light. The mind's eye searches and seeks only an aspect ever seen, never all. And now Shabbat's joining us. The Charudi on page 23 this evening. First 2 stanzas on page 23, the concluding 2 stanzas on page number 25.
Lechadodi likrat kala, ne Shabbat ne kabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, ne Shabbat ne kabela. Shamor v'zakor v'dibur echad, Ishmiyanu elam yuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shim tiferat baliti la. Lechadodi, Lechadodi likrat kala, Ne Shabbat ne kabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, Ne Shabbat ne kabela. Likrat Shabbat uvenelcha, Ki mekor havaracha, Rosh mikedem nesucha, Maaseh Shabbatila. Lechadodi, Lechadodi likrat kala, Ne Shabbat ne kabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, Ne Shabbat ne kabela. Yaminu zmol tiferotzi, Yet Adonai taritzi, Al yadish ben partzi, Nisim anagila. Lechadodi, Lechadodi likrat kala, Ne Shabbat ne kabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, Ne Shabbat ne kabela. Bohui v'shalom atzert bala, Gam besimcha v'otzola, Tochem unei am zegla, Bohui chala, Bohui chala. Lechadodi, Lechadodi likrat kala, Ne Shabbat ne kabela. Lechadodi likrat kala, Ne Shabbat ne kabela.
Remaining standing. The first stanza on the English side at page number 27. The first stanza in the English, and then we're going to jump. The first stanza on the English side, page 27. It is good to thank you, Adonai. It is good to sing to your name, Most High. It is good to proclaim your love at daybreak. It is good to proclaim your faithfulness each night. So, the psalm is teaching. It's called parallelism, and you break it apart. But anyway, there are four assertions here. That there is value in saying thank you. There's a value in singing. There is value in expressing love. And there's value in expressing faithfulness. Thanking, singing, loving, and faithfulness. And now look at page number 28. And the value of singing, of thanking, of loving, and being faithful is that it leaves an enduring mark upon our identities. It transforms us. It engenders a stamina. Last stanza. In old age, the righteous ones remain fruitful, still fresh and bountiful, proclaiming Adonai is upright, my rock in whom there is no flaw. And that happens to us. But it starts every single day. The Baruch Hu is on page 39a. Do you want to do Baruch Hu? Baruch Hu et Adonai Amavorach. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam V'ed. And we are seated, the first bracha on the English side of page 39a. Baruch atah Adonai, our God, sovereign of time and space, whose word brings the evening dusk, whose wisdom opens the gates of dawn, whose understanding changes the day's division, whose will sets the succession of seasons and arranges the stars in their places in the sky, who creates day and night, who rolls light before darkness and darkness from light, who makes day pass into night, who distinguishes day from night. Adonai Tzvaot is your name, living and ever-present God. May your rule be with us forever and ever. Baruch atah Adonai, who brings each evening's dusk. El Chai V'Kayam, Tamidim Lo Chalein Olam V'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, HaMa'ariv Aravim. On the main song sheet, there's an asterisk line across the center of the page, and then it's Ahavat Olam, which means the love by God, which fills the universe and lasts forever, is a blessing, and that's Ahavat Olam. It's a contemporary piece, Ahavat Olam, in the middle of the song sheet.
Ahavat Olam, Ahavat Olam, Mehi Yisrael, Lama Ahamta. All the world sings to you, the world sings to you. All the world sings to you, the world sings to you. The song of the trees when the wind stirs their leaves. The song of the earth when the rain soothes its thirst. The song of the sea when her waves are set free. The song of the sky when hummingbirds fly. Ahavat Olam, Ahavat Olam, Mehi Yisrael, Lama Ahamta. All the world sings to you, the world sings to you. All the world sings to you, the world sings to you. The song of the trees when the wind stirs their leaves. The song of the earth when her rain soothes its thirst. The song of the sea when her waves are set free. The song of the sky when hummingbirds fly. Ahavat Olam, Ahavat Olam, Mehi Yisrael, Lama Ahamta. All the world sings to you, the world sings to you. All the world sings to you, the world sings to you.
V'yavotecha tesim mimenu olamim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. The Shema on page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'afta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'ayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha v'lechtecha v'aderech v'shachbecha v'kumecha Ukeshartam liot al yadecha, v'hayulet totafot beninecha, uktavtam al mizuzot beitecha, uvisharecha. A few moments of silence, considering perhaps some of the commentary on page 41, or the next part of the Shema on page number 42. Adonai Elohechem emet. On page 44 of the Michamocha, a reminder that Yehuda composed this melody on page 44 of the Michamocha.
Michamocha v'hulim Adonai, Michamocha nechba kodesh, Orati lo tosefele, Orati lo tosefele, Malchutecha rahu vanecha, Okeyam lifnei Moshe, Zelianu ve'amru, Adonai lo le'elam vayed, Yai-da-dai-dai, dai-dai-dai-dai, Yai-da-dai-dai, dai-dai-dai, Yai-da-dai-dai, da-da-dai-dai, da-da-dai-dai, Yichamocha v'lim Adonai, Yichamocha nechba kodesh, Norati lo tosefele, Norati lo tosefele, Norati lo tosefele.
V'ne'emar kifada Adonai et Yaakov ugalo miyad chazak mimenu baruch atah Adonai gal Yisrael. And on the song sheet, it says Hashkivenu near the bottom of the page. There are 3 lines of Hebrew and then 3 lines of the transliteration. This is the slightly more contemporary version, and Yud has the contemporary piece that goes with it. Hashkivenu, whether the slightly more abridged and contemporary version or the traditional text, which tonight we're not doing, has a demand to it. It's an urgent need. God, help every single person to lay down this night with a sense of peace and reassurance, that there be no fear, no anxiety, no upset. And we have to add our voices to that. Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu le'shalom, Hamidenu mocheinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu le'shalom, Hamidenu mocheinu lechaim. Ufros aleinu, Sukkah shlomecha, V'chaim u'shalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. Sometimes I lay under the moon, and I thank God I'm breathing. Then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. For when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around. And all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more, baby, no more wars. Our children will pray one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day. It's not about win or lose, so we all lose when they beat the souls of the innocent. Blood-drenched pavement, keep on moving though the water stays raging. In this maze you can lose your way, your way. It might drive you crazy, but don't let it phase you, no way, no way. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. For when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, and all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There be no more wars, our children will pray. One day, 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 one day. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Lehamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom Lehamidenu malkeinu l'chaim u'lechaim.
Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. V'shamru, the top of page number 46.
V'shameru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledotam berit olam. B'nei Yisrael oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledotam berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai, asa Adonai et ha-shemayim ve'et haaretz. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledotam berit olam. Uvayom hashvi Shabbat vaynafash, Shabbat vaynafash, Shabbat vaynafash. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, lasot et ha-Shabbat ledotam berit olam.
Hey, Rabbah, Belmont for Kute, B'chayechan, Uv'yomechan, Uv'chayedechol Beit Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, Uv'izman Kariv, V'imero, Amen. Yehi Shemei Rabba Mevarach, L'olam Li'almei Almaya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'tma v'yitnasei v'yithadar v'yitalal Shemei dekudesha brichu leila mekor b'chata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran b'yolma v'yimeru. Amen. In a moment we'll rise. The traditional text before us, page 47 through 52, brings forth a variety of sacred words, a choice to view life, the day, and our family experiences through the lens of holiness and sacred experiences. The idea of having a shared homeland that is an anchor of safety, world peace. This is the tradition. we're also walking into a brand new year. So tonight we have choices to look at the traditional text, pages 47 through 52, or what have you not prayed for in a long time? And fashion a new prayer as we walk into this new year together. We rise, the silent Amida. The concluding bracha of every Amida has some essence of shalom. The concluding bracha of every single Amida throughout the year always calls for peace throughout the world. There are a variety of vocabularies and so on, but the concluding blessing of the Amida every single day of the year in all of its forms is always a prayer for world peace. Shalom Rav, page 51.
Shalom Rav o Yisrael Amha Tesihim Le'olam. Shalom Rav o Yisrael Amha Tesihim Le'olam. Ki ata hu melech hadom L'chol ha-shalom. Ki ata hu melech hadom L'chol ha-shalom. Shalom Ra Yisrael Amha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rava Yisraelam Ha. Tasim Leolam. V'tov enecha levaher. Et samcha Yisrael. Bechol et ubechol shah. V'shalomecha. Shalom Rava Yisrael Amha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rava Yisrael Amha Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam.
Shkoyach Yehuda. 14 months ago, Minette and I became grandparents. Caleb came into our lives. The world changed. And 2 months ago, Reese came into our lives and the world changed again. I could not have anticipated the thoughts and the perspectives that are now cascading through me. I used to think about my life, our lives, our Shul's life. But lately I've been seeing the world in a very different way. And I'm not looking only a few weeks or a few months, even a few years down the pike. I found myself looking decades into the future, literally generations, thinking about our own local community, our country, Israel, our world. And my priorities have shifted. And as I look into the future, I'm also finding myself looking backwards. And if only I could have had the opportunity to have spoken to my grandparents and asked them, what were they looking into the future, and what were they seeing and considering, and what were their newfound priorities? My dad's parents, Zal, died, and I was about 7.5 and 12, and for a few reasons, we weren't that close, and there's no way I would have even asked them. My mom's parents died, I was 15 and 20, and I was very close with them. But I still wasn't equipped to have a vocabulary or perspective to ask them, you're immigrants, what's going through your minds now as you see your children growing and grandchildren coming forward? What's your perspective? What are your priorities? How can you put those into words? I wasn't equipped. And I yearn, if there was only a way that I could reach back in time and have that capacity to ask my grandmother and my grandfather. But I can't. This week's Torah reading is called Vayachi, which means, and he lived. And it speaks of Jacob. And Jacob journeys forth now to Egypt. Joseph is the viceroy. Joseph has sustained the known world through a great famine, and years have passed. And Jacob is now looking into the future, and he knows at the advanced stage of 147, according to the Torah, that he's going to die soon. And so he has Joseph come to him, and he has Joseph bring Joseph's sons, Manasseh and Ephraim, to him. Jacob has many children. He's got 11 other sons and one daughter. But there's this one narrow scene, a small snippet, where Jacob is only talking to Joseph and Joseph's two sons. And he's speaking to them simultaneously. He's speaking to his son and his grandsons. And his grandsons, and we do not know how old they are listening to what their grandfather is saying to them while they are listening to what their grandfather is saying to their father. And Jacob has these words. And he says, once I was confronting great fear and great anxiety, and I had the experience that there was a force for watchfulness and protection, which I'll call an angel. And that angel came forward and protected me. And now, as a grandfather and a father looking into the world very differently, I call forth for that same angel to protect these boys. And the wording is, Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yivarech et hana'arim. There's an urgency. There's a different view, a different lens for a grandparent to seek the protection of, the preservation of, the watchfulness over grandchildren than that of a parent's urgent need to watch over and preserve offspring. It's the future that you can't put into words until you start walking it yourself. And then Jacob says something else. Beyond seeking the physical preservation and protection of these two boys, he says, V'yikarei v'hem shemi v'shem avatai, and may my name and the names of my father and grandfather be called forth through their own names. It's almost as if Jacob is saying, inscribe my name, my father's name, my grandfather's name in the lives and identities of my grandchildren. And that's of a different urgency. That's not the same as seeking protection and watchfulness and furtherance over a child or a grandchild. It's seeking to have an identity that is only understandable by having a relationship with that identity. And the relationship is going to be inserted in the name, the identity of the grandsons. And that's what this sheet is all about. And in a moment, we're going to listen to this melody. It's this sheet, and some of the copies have a line running down. That's the function of the photocopy. But I wish for you to look at the wording, which is here in the Hebrew and the English, as I make a final comment. And if you have the wording, it's here. You have the word? And looking at the transliteration and the translation, it's the first line. Hamalach hagoel oti mikol ra. The angel that protects me and redeems me from anything that is bad or evil. Yivarech et hana'arim. That same angel will bless and watch over and protect the lads, the grandsons. The next line is, V'yikarei v'hem shemi, and my name will be called in their names. And the next line, V'shem avotai, and the names of my fathers, Avram, Yitzchak, Abraham, and Isaac, will also be inscribed in their identities. Number one, it's the preservation of and the watchfulness and the protection of. Number two, it's the furtherance of a grandparent's identity somehow inserted or interposed within the identity, the very name of the grandchildren. And v'yidgu larov b'keref haaretz. May these children, these grandchildren, flourish abundantly throughout the entire world. When I see these words now, I'm different than when I saw them last time. And next year I'll be different when I see them. And some of you are already grandparents who've been at this game for a lot longer than me. And you have perspectives that I can learn from, which defy my own wording, and I need to hear your words. We're all on this road together. May we have the clarity of understanding what it means that by speaking to our children and our grandchildren, and perhaps gleaning from our own grandparents, we can inscribe something of a sacred nature to go into the future through our children and our grandchildren. And may they be inscribed for health and for life and for peace. And our future is going forward through them. Hamalach hago eloti.
Malach hago eloti. Malach hago eloti mikora. Yevarech et hane'arim. Vayikarev bahem shemi. Malach hago eloti. Malach hago eloti mikora. Yevarech et hane'arim. Vayikarev bahem shemi. L'shem avotai, l'shem avotai. Avraham ve'Yitzchak, ve'yidu la'arov, ve'yidu la'arov, l'kerev haaretz. L'shem avotai, l'shem avotai. Avraham ve'Yitzchak, ve'yidu la'arov, ve'yidu la'arov, l'kerev haaretz.
May we walk forward into the future together. In shalom. We rise the Aleinu, page 56. Aleinu leshabeach laton hakol, latet gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kgoyei aratzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu notesh shamayim v'yoser haaretz, u'moshav yekaro b'shamayim mimal, u'shchinatu zol, begavei meromim, hu Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu efes zulato, kakatu b'torato, v'yadata yom, v'ashevota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu Elohim, B'shamayim mimal, v'al haaretz, mitachat enod. Okay. Kakatu b'toratecha Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'nemar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Yihya Adonai echad Ushema echad. In a moment, the Mornis Kaddish will be on page number 58. On this Shabbat, we remember with great love Morris Simon, Jonathan Wesley Sutton, Carl David Schwartz, Charles Miller, Judith Ann Letterman, Henry Bloom, Bert Silverstein, Yetta Levinson, Goldie Ribbs, Sam Novak, Ethel Muchnick, Grace Sheridan, Sam Brookoff, Anthony Miola, Freda Gert, Herman Grodsky. That's your daddy. That's your dad. Harold William Simon, Rosalie Prince, Joseph Weissman, Francis Finch, Julie Kurta. Are there any other names to mention this evening? Perhaps somebody at home has a name to share as well. We're remembering the people of our nation, the people of Israel, whose lives were stolen by Hamas, and those who were attacked in Bondi Beach, Australia. And our hearts go out to those people in Switzerland who were celebrating with joy over life and an opportunity for a future, and they and their families. And may there be no suffering, and may they be remembered with love and peace. Kaddish is on page number 58. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabo amen. Be'olma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei. B'chaye chon u'v'yom echon u'v'chaye dechol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'v'zaman karif v'imuru amen. Yehei shemei rabo mivarach lo'alam ol'almei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudusha brechu la'ela min kol berchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata da'amiran ba'alma v'imuru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya v'chayim oleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imeru amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom oleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imeru amen. And may there be shalom, we all say amen. We're seated now. And again, we are delighted that Yehuda is here with us this evening. And some time ago, he composed his own melody of Oseh Shalom, which is a song, a prayer. May there be peace in the heavens above. May there be peace here upon us as well. Oseh Shalom.
Oseh shalom bimruma, hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen, imeru amen. Ose Shalom Bimrama Uyase Shalom Leinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael Ve'himeru Amin Himeru Amin. May the one who makes all peace make peace in our world. May the maker of all love give us hearts that care. Oh, say shalom, shalom b'mramav. Oh, yeah, say shalom. Leinu ve'yokol Shveitzavel. Oh, say shalom b'mramav. Oh, say shalom. Leinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Himeru amin. Himeru amin.
Shkoyach Yehuda, thank you for adding from your heart, your song, to our hearts with our song. Shabbat Shalom, Shkoyach Yehuda. To all of you joining in, it's a pleasure to have you here. We know that we have people from all over, many different locales and locations, and you're part of our community. We keep you in our hearts. We send you our love and our shalom. May God watch over you with blessings of health. May this new year be a year of fulfillment, of blessedness, of contentment, of satisfaction, of wholeness. Shabbat Shalom.